Yeezus. Yep. Welcome back to Mixed Reviews. This is Ahmad. I'm here to give you my review on Kanye West's latest album, Yeezus. Yeezus is Kanye West's sixth solo album and was released on June 18th. Now, Kanye West is tied for my favorite rapper along with J. Cole, but he's definitely my favorite artist. After many listens, I think I can finally deal with what I heard in Yeezus. The way I do reviews is I don't think it's possible to fully understand and review an album after one listen. So I don't even think about reviewing an album until I listen to it at least 5 times. With Yeezus, I'd say I might have listened to that album straight through 7 times before I sat down and wrote my review. And I mean, that's easy to do with Yeezus because it's a short album. It's probably around 40 minutes. I listened to it in my car stereo. I listened to it in my Beats headphones. I listened to it through different mediums in order to hear everything. And now I'm ready to give you my review. Now, I'm going to tackle this review a little differently than I did my other ones. I'm going to talk about each individual song, and then I'll give my overall opinion to the album. The album starts off with On Sight. His producer said the original plan was to start Yeezus off with Blood on the Leaves, which is the 7th track on the album, but they decided to switch it to On Sight because it really tells the listeners what they're in for with Yeezus. I agree. Kanye reached out to Daft Punk for a few songs on Yeezus, and this was one of them. The beat is trippy and acid-like. It barely sounds like hip-hop. And Ye is spitting some nonsense. He's going off about black dick in your spouse again, and the fact that Yeezus season is approaching. And this is arrogant Ye opening the floor before he really starts the show. To top it all off, in the middle of the song, he has a choir interpolate this song called He'll Give Us What We Really Need. A major criticism of Kanye's music since 2008 has been that it's nothing like his first 3 albums, where he spit positive messages over soulfully sampled beats. Well, Ye starts off Yeezus, an album nothing like his previous, by telling everyone that he makes music that people need to hear. He makes art, and despite what they actually want from him. And he does this with a soulful church interlude over a trippy acid beat, which is nothing like any of his other music. Only Kanye could pull something off like this. It's basically a huge middle finger saying, I do what I want to do, this is the music I want to make. On Sight sets the tempo for Yeezus, but to be honest, is my least favorite track. I expect him to say more in the intro track, and the beat is just alright to me. Black Skinhead is now the official single for Yeezus. This is a rebellious, in-your-face Kanye airing out his issues song. This is Kanye's anti-system, anti-racism track. He brings up issues like how a black man at the top dating a white woman will have people persecuting him for it. And also, while if he's not hated by one religion, it'll be another. These are strong statements, and I'd love to hear more about them in detail, but he says these things without really addressing them beyond those lines. It's a dope song. The production sounds tribal and it crashes against each other. And Kanye's primal screams that are interwoven throughout the song only make it sound more rebellious. But if you're going to start a conversation, I need you to participate in it a little bit more. I Am a God, featuring God. That's what it says on the sleeve, on the track list. What are we supposed to think about that? Ye pulls no punches when it comes to the offensive in this album. But let's be real here. People were offended at the album's title. Obviously, Kanye doesn't think he's a literal God and a close hi to Jesus. Does he think that he's to hip-hop what God is to Christians? Yes. And with his musical track record, why shouldn't he? The thing is, people take Kanye a little bit too seriously. He has fun and says many things just to get a rise out of people. He's provocative. And people are too quick to judgment and don't understand jokes and hyperbole. I just talked to Jesus. He said, what up, Yeezus? I said, shit, I'm chillin', trying to stack these millions. The image he gives us of him talking to Jesus is just hilarious. We can't let the lyrical incompleteness take away from everything else we are given in this album. The production is heavenly. The airy, atmospheric beat is amazing. The way the screams at the end of the song turned into a beat of its own, amazing. Bon Iver made his first appearance on the album at the end of this track. Kanye has all of these creative ideas, and some of them will be at the end of songs or be thrown into interludes because Kanye has these things in abundance. The album only picked up from here. New Slaves. Kanye brings the rebellious back with this one. The song is anti-consumerism, anti-establishment. This is another song where he addresses many things without really addressing them. He has a couple lines about privately owned prisons. He talks about how people are new slaves because they're slaves to material wealth and things now. He's obviously passionate about these issues, but he just glazes over them. He raps about consumerism while the material things are things he lavishly enjoys. This, in fact, humanizes Ye. I don't think he's a hypocrite for it. He's admitting to his faults. Something we've seen from him since it's similar to J. Cole's Born Sinner theme in that he's not about these things he feels are wrong, but can't help but participate. Kanye doesn't go about it as graciously as Cole, however. The song is good, though. The production is Ye sounds good, his flow is perfect, and he doesn't miss a beat. These verses reminded me of the Kanye from the Gorgeous track off of My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. The singing at the end was off, but Frank Ocean closed it up very nicely. Hold My Liquor starts off with Justin Vernon from Bon Iver. Yes. Then comes Chief Keef. No, an auto-tune Chief Keef. When I first saw these two would be on a song together, I wondered who pissed off the rap gods. It made no sense. Keef's part was horrible at first. Then after more listens, it was tolerable. Then I realized, after more listens, that it was the part that I sang the loudest when I bumped this track in my car. Kanye knew what he was doing. I think the song is perfect without Keef, but I understand why he's there. The Chief Keef and Bon Iver hooks represent the different sides of Kanye. And you got two polar opposites to play those parts. The Bon Iver side is the Ye that keeps things in, the lonely one, the one from 808s and Heartbreaks. While Keef is the reckless Kanye that doesn't care about what anybody thinks, and the Kanye that appears in the verse of this song. His verse is reckless, but it's good. It's on point. It appears he's talking about his ex-girlfriend here. This Kanye is angry and careless all at the same time, and he lets us know it. He raps as if he's been going through life in a drunken, lonely stupor ever since the breakup, but towards the end, he's over it. He's moving on to the next one. The beat is on some dramatic, punch a bear in the face type-ish, and I love it. Bon Iver and Ye sound amazing together, and the guitars at the end are screeching and captivating in a good way. It's a really beautiful song.